100 people at Houska Park have to leave by next month. And Governor Evers delivers his state budget address. We will hear from Coulee Region state representatives on the proposals that could make the greatest local impact. Plus, after years of railing against early voting, former President Trump signals a change of heart.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for watching News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The city of La Crosse will close Houska Park to the public starting March 15th for a massive cleanup effort. Many of the city's unhoused population has been staying there. According to the mayor's office, the decision was made due to health and safety concerns. An eviction notice was posted today. A 2-week notice will be posted March 1st, and then a 48-hour notice March 13th. So starting March 15th, all personal property and trash needs to be removed. The city will toss out any unsanitary or hazardous property that they find by that date and store other property for 30 days. There's no charge for claiming that property. You can do so by going to City Hall or calling the number that should be appearing shortly on your screen. Now, the mayor's office said at this time, Houska Park will not be relicensed as a campground, but they stressed that is not an official decision as of yet. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers unveiled his state budget proposal to the state legislature tonight in Madison, once again calling for spending increases to public education and resources for funding local government. With the state in the midst of a nearly $7 billion surplus, Evers is calling for more than $1 billion in tax cuts for the middle class, saying it is needed relief for so many working families.
Under my plan, if you're a single filer making less than $100,000 or a married joint filer making less than $150,000, the cornerstone of my tax plan will cut your taxes by 10%.
Governor Evers also confirmed a plan to fund local governments that he spoke about in his State of the State last month. He again called for 20% of the state sales tax revenue to be sent to local communities to fund local government.
I'm excited to share that our budget includes that proposal. I don't care where it came from, providing more than $500 million more per year in new resources to invest in key priorities like public safety. We have to get this done, folks.
It's an idea that's previously been floated by Republicans as well to address a shared revenue program that does fund local government but has seen previous budgets cut or restricted. The Coulee region saw multiple public safety referenda in the last election, with more communities expected to do the same to fund things like police, fire, and EMS. 96th District Representative Lauren Oldenburg says his constituents have been most concerned with the declining shared revenue.
If we address the shared revenue, I think it'll go down to other parts, say in the county government. They will get funded because they don't have to fund certain. They have more dollars to do that part of it.
He also said the legislature will propose even more in tax cuts for Wisconsinites, saying their tax cuts would not necessarily be focused on the middle class. Oldenburg added that Evers' plan to make the state's largest increase in public education is one that will be addressed. 95th Assembly District Representative Jill Billings says Evers' plans to increase mental health resources in schools comes at an important time.
I think that's a model that really works. We've done some of that in some of our schools, but certainly more needs to be done.
So public education, shared revenue, and a whole lot more in the proposal tonight. The Republican-controlled legislature will now work on a budget proposal themselves and eventually send that to the governor. A bill in the Wisconsin legislature hopes to stop government officials from delaying the release of public records. State Republicans introduced the bill that also says requesters could collect attorney fees if the documents are handed over after a lawsuit is filed. Now, that's a new wrinkle that would overturn a Wisconsin Supreme Court decision from last year that had not allowed attorney fee collection. In this bill, fees are available if a judge rules that the requester's lawsuit was a substantial factor in the records actually being released. Wisconsin's public records law does require government officials to provide records as soon as practical and without delay. The University of Wisconsin system will ban TikTok from all university devices by Friday. The director of UW-Eau Claire's Technology Services team announced the news in a campus email. The ban will not include personal phones and other devices. A UW-La Crosse spokesperson says all UWL employees have been directed to uninstall the app by this Friday. UWL IT will also block installations of the app. The change comes weeks after Governor Evers banned TikTok from all state-issued devices. After years of criticizing the process of early voting, former President Trump is now having a change of heart. A campaign fundraiser email from his campaign says his path forward is to, quote, master the Democrats' own game of harvesting ballots in every state we can. Now, ballot harvesting refers to the legal processes of absentee and mail-in voting. The 2024 presidential candidate reportedly says Republicans hurt their chances in recent elections by focusing too much on election day turnout. It's a significant shift as Trump and other Republican officials, even in Wisconsin, condemned the use of ballot drop boxes, which the state Supreme Court eventually shut down before the last election.
Temperatures today were in the 40s. We had mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. We actually reached our high at 153 this morning. That was at 46 degrees. 31 was our low at 1053. That 31 is pretty much where we should be. On the high end, our average high is 32 degrees. Other highs across the area: Eau Claire made it to 41, Sparta made it to 45. Same story on Volk Field. Boscobel, oh so close to 50. You made it to 49 degrees. The radar scan right now showing a clean sweep across the area. This is going to get a break as we go into your evening and overnight hours. Tomorrow, we'll see temperatures staying in the 20s throughout the day. We'll see the clouds continue to pick up, maybe a small precip chance in the morning hours. We're only going into the 20s tomorrow, folks. That wind will start to pick up. It'll shift from the north-northeast to the north-northwest in the evening hours. Now, coming up in the first warn forecast, we're going to talk about temperatures going back into the 40s. We're going to talk about precip chances, and then next week we're dropping yet again. So that's all coming up in just a few minutes. Ken, over to you.
Thanks very much, Eric. In the meantime, Minnesota lawmakers in the House introduced a proposal that would ban the usage of dangerous chemicals known as PFAS in everyday products like cookware, cosmetics, and cleaning supplies. Those forever chemicals have been found in water, soil, and fish across the state and are linked to some cancers. A bill before the legislature would prohibit the sale of PFAS used in carpets, cleaning products, cookware, cosmetics, dental floss, furniture, and more starting in 2025. The opioid overdose antidote Narcan could soon be sold over the counter as a nasal spray. Two FDA advisory committees today voted in favor of making the spray available over the counter to increase public access. The final decision will now go to the FDA commissioner. Research shows that a wider availability of Narcan could save lives as opioid overdose deaths across the country reach record numbers. The drug company seeking the FDA's approval says its over-the-counter nasal spray version of Narcan is designed to be used by people without any medical training. It also says the spray is easier to administer than an injection. Full approval could come as early as this year. High cholesterol is often thought as an adult health issue, but it's almost just as common for kids. According to the CDC, 1 in 5 kids have abnormally high cholesterol levels. And high cholesterol can increase the risk of heart disease, but can easily be reversed with lifestyle changes. In some cases, high cholesterol can be caused by a genetic mutation. UW Health doctors say it's important to get your child screened for high cholesterol because it could save your child and other family members.
By finding this in the child, what we can do is offer testing to family members so that other family members can also find out that they have this condition and get the appropriate treatment.
Kids often show no signs or symptoms of high cholesterol. Peterson says kids ages 9 through 11 and 17 through 21 should get those levels checked. A new health study says added sugars adds plenty of risk of heart disease and stroke. English researchers studied diet and health data from over 100,000 people in the UK for more than 9 years. They found the more free sugars people consumed, the higher their risk of heart disease. Free sugars can be added in processed foods and desserts, but can also occur naturally in syrups, honey, and juice. An event today is uniting folks at the Harry J. Olson Senior Center. At today's second ever Wednesdays for Lunch, over 40 seniors got to enjoy a free lunch and blood pressure checks. After buying the center from the city for $1, the center's executive director says it's important for the center to develop a routine for those needing a sense of community.
It's some people that have been reticent to come in because of the impasse with the city, or are they open, are they closed? Well, now they can see that we're open and we're ready to have everybody come.
The next lunch will happen March 15th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 in the afternoon. We've got a link with more information on news8000.com. When we come back, the freedom to play. Fifth graders are helping improve playground access for classmates, but they still need the community's help.
Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads.
Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $12.50 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $32.50 total cash allowance.
You've got a problem. Your furnace is not working. There's a simple fix for that. Well, simple for us. We are G&T Heating and Air Conditioning, and we are experts in fixing your furnace. We have been serving the Cooley region for over 25 years and have the best service techs in the area. They are friendly too. We service all makes and models. If you want fast, reliable service, just give us a call. We are happy to help.
Call G&T. The best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
PB&J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Some area kids are working to make play possible for everyone. Now, a few weeks ago, 4 fifth graders at State Road Elementary pitched an All Abilities Playground idea at a lacrosse soup event. There, they won money to get the project started. Now the project is kicking off, and as News 8 Now's Emily Haugen reports, they need your help to give more kids the freedom to play.
Being a kid means freedom to play. Recess gives 9-year-old Finley Weber that freedom.
My favorite thing to do at recess is playing with my friends.
Finley uses a wheelchair, so his recess at State Road Elementary looks different.
3,
right now,
2, 1, go!
It's a lot of racing. Finley's mom, Emily, says their family is new to State Road Elementary.
I'm sure he'd like to be able to get on the actual equipment and be a part of that play too. He just hasn't been able to, so he adapts in other ways.
On the playground, the school district installed a swing and a ramp Finley could use, but still his options are limited.
It's not fair that other kids get to play on the playground.
4 State Road 5th graders notice those limits.
And he gets all dressed up in his winter gear, but all he can do is roll on the pavement and not play on any playground equipment. So we want to make playground equipment that he can play on.
The girls won a grant to bring accessible equipment to their school.
Lots of kids like to play with Finley, and it's not just for Finley, everyone can play on it.
As Finley's mom, Emily is grateful for their empathy.
They were able to imagine probably what his recess is like, and they wanted to change that for him and for other kids. So
she's also thankful for their friendship.
Let's go!
Getting to play with tons of kids like him and not like him has just been, it went from being something scary to me to being something so incredible to witness.
A space that could include all kids for years to come.
And the money raised at Lacrosse Soup and through a Facebook fundraiser is helping the school buy special instruments and monkey bars that can be used by kids in a wheelchair. So the kids got the ball rolling, of course, but the school still needs your help to make the playground fully accessible for all. So you can either donate on the State Road PTO's Facebook page or mail a check to the school. We've posted more information on news8000.com. Still ahead tonight at 10, wallets of those looking for a new car are taking a punch. Factors causing some sharp increases to prices and premiums. Coming up next.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Check out this gorgeous sectional, and it comes with a free ottoman, plus so much more during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Have you been looking for a checking account that fits your lifestyle? With a checking account from Ultra, enjoy better rates, contactless debit cards, and online and mobile banking that makes your account as on the go as you are. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, no surprises. Banking that's simple, convenient, and there for you. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. Take the next step and open your checking account online today. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Get ready, La Crosse. The Monster Truck Nitro Tour and the Experience. Monster Trucks and more. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com or MonsterTruckTour.com. Subject to service fees. 7:30 p.m. both shows this Friday and Saturday. The La Crosse Center.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. Available with a Pro-Power onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for the Northland. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on a Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
With most value menus, more cheese means spending more cheddar. But Taco John's Valuest menu isn't most value menus. Now get our Nacho Crunch Burrito with chicken for just $3. Or get it with beef for just $2.
Only on the Valuest menu at Taco John's.
Looking at mattresses?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable. That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Right now at our huge President's Sale, get this Sealy Posturepedic mattress for $5.99. Slumberland, mattress shopping reinvented.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Ford Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
The federal government could default on its debt between July and September if Congress doesn't act. That's the finding of a Congressional Budget Office report just out today. It says that's when it expects the Treasury Department to exhaust its ability to borrow money through extraordinary measures. Congress could save the U.S. from a catastrophic default by raising the debt ceiling. That would require House Republicans to pass a bill the president would sign, but the two sides have yet to agree on how to do that. A new economic report could pressure the Federal Reserve, meanwhile, to raise interest rates again. The U.S. Census Bureau says U.S. retail sales surged 3% in January. That's above the 1.8% economists had estimated, and it follows a slight decline in December. Reining in inflation is why the Fed could raise interest rates again in an effort to cool demand. Prices and premiums in the car industry are up and down depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking used, the Consumer Price Index says those prices fell 2% last month. But high interest rates are hurting demand and could make it tough to finance. If you're looking new, you're paying more. Those prices went up more than 2% in January. In car insurance premiums, they're going up too. Average cost of full coverage insurance is just over $2,000 a year, an almost 14% spike. Bankrate says years of high inflation resulting from labor and part shortages have driven up the cost of insurance claims for car repairs.
Well, you wouldn't have known it unless you were up at 153 this morning, but we were actually in the mid-40s. 46 was our high. Well, you wouldn't have known it unless you were up at 153 this morning, but we were actually in the mid-40s. 46 was our high today. 31 was our low. We hit that at 10:53 this morning. That 31 is where we pretty much should be on the high end for this time of year. Our average high for this time of year is now 32 degrees. Now, in terms of rain chances over the next several days, we will see the precip chances pick up again tomorrow, especially across our southern zones. We'll get a break for Friday and Saturday. Sunday, I don't think we're going to see much, and then they start to go up again for Monday going into Tuesday. So here's a look at your zone forecast for tonight. We'll see temperatures in the teens and 20s when you wake up in the morning. Cloudy skies will greet you. Our southern zone from La Crescent to New Albany down to Harpers Ferry, we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 20s. In our traditionally cooler zone, the central and northern zones, will see temperatures in the mid to upper teens and then low to mid teens from Ladysmith down to Fall Creek over towards Augusta. Again, everybody's going to stay cloudy throughout your evening and overnight hours. It's when we get into Thursday morning that we see cloudy skies, but then they start to dissipate as we go into the late afternoon, early evening hours. Highs on Thursday. substantially cooler as compared to today. We're only going into the mid to upper 20s. Ladysmith's going to go to 23. Eau Claire's going to go to 24. 27 Winona, 27 La Crosse, 26 Viroqua, 29 in Prairie du Chien. If you want to see 30s, you have to go to Boscobel. You'll see a high right at 30 degrees. So again, we'll stay mostly cloudy throughout the day. The clouds will decrease as we go into the late afternoon, early evening hours as high pressure regains control. As we get on the back end of a high pressure system for the weekend, it's going to do two things. It's going to clear us out, and then watch what happens. So see, there's a clear out. There's Thursday. Here comes Friday. Here comes Saturday. So we get on the back end of this, and with that southerly component that's associated with the back end of a high pressure system, it's going to allow temperatures to go back into the mid 40s for the weekend. But it's not going to last because we're going to cool off again next week. So we'll go down to 21 degrees for tonight. We're going to stay overall cloudy. The winds will start to pick up. It'll be out of the north at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's a look at your day planner. As we take a look at the 8 o'clock hour, we'll see temperatures in the upper teens to low 20s. We'll see temperatures hovering right around 28 degrees with winds hovering between 10 to 15 miles per hour. And you can see where the clouds dissipate as we go into the late afternoon, early evening hours. That takes us into Friday. We go to 31 degrees, back into the 40s for Saturday and Sunday with partly cloudy skies. That's going to make for a beautiful weekend. And then we cool off again and increase the precip chances for Monday and Tuesday with highs in the 30s, and then we only go back into the mid-20s for Wednesday going into Thursday. So the bottom line, can definitely enjoy this weekend, if you will, because the roller coaster ride known as the Coulee region weather continues. Over to you.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Eric. Still ahead in sports, both UWL basketball squads wrapping up the regular season tonight. Senior night for the men's team. Eagles hosting UW River Falls. Those highlights next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
Get Tyson chicken breasts for just $3.99. Thursday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Thursday is 2.5 pounds of Tyson chicken breasts for just $3.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
Penny,
Yes, Sheldon.
are you familiar with the workings of an internal combustion engine?
No, Sheldon.
There's a problem with your check engine light.
No, it's working just fine.
According to the owner's manual, when your check engine light is illuminated, you should take your car to Sleepy Hollow immediately.
Your home of GM certified parts and service. Sleepy Hollow, your tri-state dealer. We can say that now. Viroqua, Caledonia, and now Cresco, Iowa.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine, and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Connection. It's baked into everything we do. And with Perkins Butcher Block, it's a great time to gather around the table. Starting at just $9.99. Dig into all our mouth-watering favorites. And don't forget a fresh baked pie from our bakery. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
It's time for the final vote for Best of La Crosse County. Vote in each category now through February 28th. We'll announce winners in each category on April 3rd. Vote for your favorite business today at bestoflacrossecounty.com. Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Get Tyson chicken breasts for just $3.99. Thursday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Thursday is 2.5 pounds of Tyson chicken breasts for just $3.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The UWL men's basketball team closing out their regular season tonight at home. Eagles are in good shape in the conference as they gear up for the WIAC tournament next week, but just one more test on the slate before that tourney begins. It was regular season game as an Eagle. Pick it up first half. Some of the other seniors on the squad coming out hot. First is Craig Steele knocking down the three, and how about Henry Noon from the top of the key? Eagles go up 7 early. River Falls trying to keep pace. Jack Leifkert in the paint puts it in. Falcons cut it back to 5, but the Eagles start flying away. Max Siebert from way downtown, count it. La Crosse extends the lead to 8. And look at this connection. Torrin Hanna to Dustin DeRusso for the deuce. Eagles go up double digits, and they kept their foot on the gas all night. That steal again, this time step back corner three, 13-point lead. And here comes the former Tiger. That's Anderson in the post, putting in two more. 15-point lead for the home team. And how about one more for the senior? Steele with three from downtown in the first half. He finished with 11 points on the night. Anderson chipping in with 7 points of his own. There's two of them right there. Eagles close out the regular season with the win, 74-61 the final over River Falls. UWL gets a first-round bye in the WIAC tournament. Eagles are back at Mitchell Hall next Wednesday to host their semifinal matchup. The UWL women's team also closing out its regular season tonight. With a win, the Eagles take down River Falls 62-43 on the road. Aquinas grad Kaya Steiner with the game-high 19 points in the win. Lacrosse will get the 5 seed in the WIAC tournament. Eagles will play their first-round matchup in Oshkosh next Tuesday against the Titans. Shifting gears to the NBA now, there's no team hotter than the Milwaukee Bucks, and they made sure it stayed that way last night. Milwaukee in a thriller with the best team in the East. Celtics and Bucks needing overtime to settle this one, but in the OT, Drew Holiday coming up clutch. Milwaukee trailed by 5 at one point in the extra frame, but Holiday putting the Bucks up for good. 3 of his game-high 40 points on the night. Giannis chipping in with 36 of his own. Bucks win a wild one in overtime, 131-125. Milwaukee now just a half game behind Boston for first place in the Eastern Conference. And with the win, that makes it 11 straight now for the Bucks, the team's longest winning streak since 2019. They're the hottest team in the league. And after the game, the man of the night said he didn't even know about the streak until it was at 10.
I just kind of felt like we were going. You know what I mean? We were on a roll. I didn't know how many games it was, and I don't really, I guess, care for how I play as long as we're winning. So for me, as long as we get the win, I'm okay.
Bucks are off tonight, but they'll be back in action tomorrow night in Chicago as they look to make it 12 straight against the Bulls. Well, it wasn't pretty last night. Hasn't been all year for the Badgers, but Wisconsin getting a big conference win over rival Michigan. The freshman Connor Essegian leading the way. A game-high 23 points for him on the night, despite not scoring a field goal over the last 10 minutes and 47 seconds. Wisconsin holds off the Wolverines, and with just 5 games to go, the Badgers getting a much-needed Big Ten victory. They're 7-8 now in conference play. Every win from this point is crucial. Badgers back at home Saturday to take on Rutgers. And before I forget, tomorrow night, the last night of this regular season for the girls basketball squad. So a lot of great action. We had a great game last night. Didn't get a chance to talk about it. Yeah. Alma Center Lincoln, Blair Taylor, Hornets handing the Wildcats their first loss of the year. And we looked at the bracket. They have a chance to potentially meet up again in the section semifinals.
Section semifinals,
yep.
I believe it was, which is almost unfortunate. You'd like that kind of matchup to be for a trip to state again. Yep. I mean, but it's the geography of the region. We just can't help the fact that a lot of the Dairyland schools at the top of the standings, they're in the same area.
Yeah, hopefully it's as good as last night, because last night was incredible. 2 really evenly matched teams.
Yep.
And they're awesome.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
You got it.
More news after this.
I'm voting for Judge Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
She believes in our freedom to make our own decisions when it comes to abortion.
Extremists want to ban abortion,
even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
Judge Janet Protasewicz is the change Wisconsin needs.
Used car prices have dropped an average of 10% from last year's high. With live market pricing at Dahl Auto and the area's largest inventory with over 330 pre-owned vehicles, now is the time to buy. Start shopping at dahlauto.com.
Are you throwing hard-earned money out the window? Stop wasting your money on inefficient windows that are old, drafty, and have no warranties. Choose your home improvement company to get energy-efficient, maintenance-free windows with a double lifetime warranty. Call or schedule your free estimate online and get 10% off your entire project. We're offering financing as low as 2.99% or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Super Cash 5 will get you 6. During February, when players buy a $5 or greater Super Cash ticket, they'll get a bonus ticket with 2 additional plays for the next drawing. Only in February. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Firefighters Credit Union now has credit cards. I know what some of you are thinking. The money man has sold his soul to the devil. Well, not quite. Unlike the big credit card issuers, we don't want you to pay interest. We don't want you to pay late fees. We don't want you to pay over the limit fees. We want you to use our card. If you use it correctly, you'll never pay a dime, and we'll pay you to use it. Are you intrigued? Give us a call and find out more today.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Illness at the age of 82. She became a star in the 1960s and continued working in recent years. Bradley Blackburn looks back at her life and some of her iconic scenes.
In a prehistoric costume for the ages, Raquel Welch made history in the film 1 Million Years BC. In the late 60s, few actresses had garnered so much fame while wearing so little. She became one of the first international sex symbols and a star through the 60s and 70s. In 1970, she played a transgender woman in Myra Breckinridge, and her role in The Three Musketeers was nominated for a Golden Globe.
Can I tell you? Can I trust you?
Born Jo Raquel Tejada in 1940, she was the daughter of a Bolivian immigrant who fought to use her Hispanic name in Hollywood. As a teenager, she won beauty pageants in San Diego and then became a weatherwoman at the local CBS station KFMB. She visited the studio again 50 years later.
They used to have just a glass map, and I used to stand behind the glass and write the numbers.
You know your stuff. Tell them what the temperature is in La Jolla.
I do? Oh, I don't have my glasses. I can't see that far.
In addition to dozens of films, she recorded a single, acted on Broadway.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
And became a sought-after award show presenter and talk show guest, here appearing on What's My Line. Welch was married 4 times. She later said she was modest by nature and an unlikely sex symbol, but generations of fans disagreed. In 1998, Playboy named her 3rd on the list of the sexiest female stars of the 20th century. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
This film role was in 2017 in the movie How to Be a Latin Lover. We'll be right back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Ashley's President's Day sale is here. Shop President's Day doorbusters. Reduced prices store-wide. Saturday through Monday, the first 25 guests will receive $100 Ashley cash and a chance to win $500 Ashley cash. Only at Ashley, Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months on Ford Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Cooley Auto Service Center is ready to handle any of your repairs. From suspension and brakes to routine maintenance, we've got the certified technicians to care for you and your vehicle. Honest, friendly, and dependable team to get you back on the road quickly. Conveniently located at 700 Monitor Street or online at cooleyauto.com. Cooley Auto Service Center. Service you need, care you deserve.
Winter is here.
And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
That's why we have insurance, to help with the unexpected accidents that are not your fault.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we'll help you get the insurance settlement you deserve to pay your medical bills, your lost wages, and get your life back on track.
If you're injured, call us.
Call Bygoff and Rohde.
Doing it small or doing it all? Enjoy the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show exclusively at the Board Store. A single window or a door. Do siding with your windows and doors. Replace the deck or add a sunroom. Do your kitchen, bath, and flooring all at once. All the products you need and the professionals to handle your project designed to completion. All this at the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
At Ashley's President's Day Mattress Sale, save $1,000 on select mattresses. Plus, save hundreds on select adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store in Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
One final look at the next 8 days. We're only going into the 20s for tomorrow. As we go into the weekend, we'll see partly cloudy skies. Temperatures go back into the 40s, and then we cool off again as we go into next week. 30s will be the rule for Monday and Tuesday, and then mid-20s for Wednesday going into Thursday.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.